Greetings, everybody. LVW with another episode of Noob Sauce. Welcome back, everybody. And as you can see in the background, we have our new structure over there where a skeleton just formed. So we have our latest farm, and it is working nicely. I just checked it out. There's a little bit better than a stack already of sugarcane in the farm. And I didn't have to farm it. So, we've built a number of things now. Between our cactus farm, our oasis farm with the 4 individual plant farms, our grinder, and of course our sugarcane farm. We've been using up a lot of resources. Oh, don't forget the enchanting stump too. We've been using up a lot of resources. And what I've been doing to get those resources is doing a lot of exploring. Mostly all underground. I've been doing a lot of caving. If you could actually see underneath this world here, you'll see I've torched up a lot of stuff. So what that basically means is we need a good way to replenish these resources. And one way of doing that, of course, as everybody knows, is mining. Now there's several different techniques to actually mining something. Neither one was really better than the other. Each one has a specific purpose, and it's very individualized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to where I started for the mine area. So if you remember correctly, we dug all the way down here. We came down here, I believe. This is where we had our first little encounter with the mobs and the creepers and all that stuff. And this essentially is just a little. There wasn't really a lot in this section, so I went down a little bit further, and then I dug into this cave system here. All right, if you remember, and then to locate where that grinder was, we followed this cave system out here, came around here, and the other system was just above us. I showed you. This is where I showed you how you could work with a water elevator. Okay, and then we came up here. This is all still part of the cave system initially. And then the cave system kind of went down in here and over and around and everything else. Until I built this, our zombie grinder system. Which unfortunately now kind of destroyed how the cave system was here. Alright, because the spawner is inside this box now. And if you remember correctly, this little hole here, was that little joke that I made about the automatic toilet where the mobs fell down in the hole here. Alright. And of course then the rest of the caves go out and over that way. So, just to give you an idea of where everything's kind of located at this point. Let's get back over to where our staircase is, and I dug further down. And I briefly showed you guys what a slime looks like. You come over this way. Came over a couple, and I dug down. And I kind of found this section here. Keep going all the way down to level 11. All right, now this is level 11. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before or not, but if I haven't, I'll just re-mention it anyway. Level 11 is where you'll find the majority of the lava lakes and lava rivers. As such, now lava pools do exist on higher levels and even lower levels and stuff like that, but generally you'll find most of them right here. This is a lava river. It begins there and it ends just around that corner. All right. Now the interesting thing is this water should have actually turned this all into obsidian. It hasn't as of yet, and I haven't touched it. As soon as I touch it, it's going to do this. That is just kind of a glitch. But I've been holding on to it for as long as I could. Alright, and this is my smelter system. And I brought it down here because I'm using lava to smelt up my various products. And then over here, you come down from the stairs, dig over to the left, and you dig down to level 5, which is where you start seeing the actual bedrock. Okay? This is where I showed you where that slime was. Alright, I will be going into this slime chunk creation. If you want to know where the slime chunk is, actually it's a double slime chunk. That one and then one next to it. Here are the coordinates right here. Okay. To actually see this, what you want to do is you're going to hit your F3 and your G key. And what that's going to bring up, if you look down to the left, it says chunk borders are now shown. It's part of your debug screen. Alright. These yellow indicators are 2 by 2 by 2 grids. Alright, so you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 per chunk. Remember, a chunk is 16 blocks by 16 blocks by 16 blocks. Right? So you can tell a chunk begins with this blue line, and you see that red line in the distance there, there, and there. That indicates the chunk that is furthest away from you, the indication of where the chunk is. So if we get in here, now we can see that all those lines are blue. I am now inside of the chunk, and if you look over here, that red line, which is marked by those dirt blocks right there, is the next chunk over. Okay, there is a way to read this information. If you bring up your F3 key, all right, you can see here, you know, I already explained how you read your X, Y, and Z coordinates, but then you have your chunk coordinates and stuff here, all right. And then, okay, so we're currently in, let's move over to the next chunk, all right. We're going to be now in chunk negative, bring that back up, negative 1409, okay. If I back up, we are now in negative 14010. And now these other numbers are going to shift a little bit. These are like an X, Y, Z type coordinate system. Now watch, I'll move back. And that tells me that I am on level 5, and I will go over to, no, you know what, let's go over to 0, 0. Oh, it'll be 15. Okay, the, how it works is it's 0 through 15, but it's actually 16 blocks because 0 is the initial beginning of the count. So even though you see 15, it's actually 16 blocks. So if I go all the way over to this other block where the blue line is, you'll see that I now go to 050, so I've actually traveled 16 blocks. And the same thing here. All right. When you get down here, if you want to build this double slime chunk part area, be mindful that there's a huge lava pool right here. As you can tell, I've been using a lot of lava. Just get your diamond pick and you can mine that out. Okay. Let's get rid of that screen. Let's get rid of that screen. Oh, sorry about that. That screen. Let's get rid of that. All right, now I put this wood fence up here to test where the slime chunk was. I apologize about the phone. Sorry, guys. And I thought maybe there was a slime chunk here, but it turns out it's not. It's actually one more chunk over this way. Now, but of course that doesn't really do anything about the mining. Although what I have chosen to do, what I was originally going to do is I'm going to set my mine shaft and stuff down here until I found the slime chunks. So this area kept redesigning itself. That's why you have to be a little bit of flexible with the way you play your game a little bit, because sometimes your designs get changed quickly. All right, so now let's get into the actual mining part of this, though. There are two real basic ways of mining, other than exploring and mining out in caves and on the surface and everything like that. If you do actually get down and mine, you do what you do. You know, you dig a line, throw your torches down so you don't spawn anything behind you, and you just keep going and going until you dig. So what most people will do with this type of mining is they'll mine a shaft, they'll begin it, then when they reach an area, they'll move over 2 blocks, so 1, 2, and then they'll begin here, mining, like so, until, my torches out, until of course they decide to stop, and then of course they repeat the same process, moving over 2 and then mining out. You'll find that most people will do it this way. You can look, see, slime is just formed right there. See that? Look at that. Let's go take these guys out. That's the larger dude. Ooh, he hit me too. That's the mediums. And of course, those are the little guys. They can't hurt me. Look at all the slime. And that is only with a looting 2 sword. Imagine if I had the actual looting 3 on it. We got, out of that, 25 slimes. Isn't that great? Okay. Another way, the way I'm going to use down here as part of the design and decoration to go with the slime farm that I eventually will build for you guys, is actually inspired by a Minecrafter known as Deathridge. Alright, so what we're going to do is, let's get some of our stone, some of our smelted stone, come up here. And what I'm doing here is I'm smelting the cobblestone into stone, since I don't have silk touch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that. I also have some over here in the chest. And what we're going to do is, yeah, look at that nice little diamond sitting right up there. Right there. Is I'm going to create a nice looking, like, mine area. Again, inspired by something Deathridge has done previously. You take out this water sources. Okay. Now that the water sources are out, I've already pre-marked about where these tunnel systems are going to be located. It's going to be the same process in which you dig 2. Right? So in other words, 1, 2 blocks you're going to dig out. The only difference is spacing. Where the other one is you dig, skip 2 blocks, and then dig again. This one is you're going to dig, skip 3 blocks, say 1, 2, 3, and then dig again. Alright, the reason is because we're going to actually tier this section going up. It's going to be like a reverse pyramid, if you will. So the only blocks we won't have quick access to will be this bottom center block right here. All the other ones will be accessible. Alright, so the first system we're going to start will be right here. And it's going to go here, and it's going to go here. Alright, I'm going to put a torch and torch so I know where the beginning of this thing is. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take these stone bricks and make the stone and make the stone bricks like I previously showed you. I'm going to place those here. I'm going to give me that. Give me that. I'm going to replace these here to let me know where the wall is going to be. Again, I'm going to try to make this place look nice. And then, of course, I'm going to dig. Dig, dig, dig. Dig, 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 dig. Alright, and of course, I'll throw torches down. A good way to do this, if you don't want to count or whatever, just bring up your hood and just look for the light setting and then drop a torch when you see number 7. That's the most easiest way of doing it. And of course, we'll do the same thing on this side. So, like that. And then, I'll go on for a couple hundred blocks and whatever. And then again, you just move over. Put a beginning here. And keep going until you find something. Alright? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace these blocks, make it look nice, pretty. Do the same thing here. Okay. And I will eventually replace, you see this here, this whole floor, I'll do the same thing down here. Like so. Okay. So this is initially, of course, these holes probably won't be where you are right now. So anyway, this is what you'll see on the bottom. The next thing that we're going to want to create, let me get rid of my axe, I don't need that right now, is going to be, we're going to create some slabs. And the slabs are going to go right where your holes are. Like so. And I can put one right there for right now. Alright. Now, what we're going to then do, this will all be dug out, we will actually have a wall segment here. Okay, get you out of there. Give me this. Give me that. Let me drop a torch. And here. Oop. Now there's going to be 3 blocks again, but here the half slab will mark where the middle of the block goes. So we're going to have you, you, and you. Let's replace you. Like so. Alright, so now this is kind of what you're starting to look like. Alright, let's dig this out. Throw that down for now. So this is what you're starting to look like. And this is that reverse type pyramid. As you see, we're going to do what's called step ups. You know, we're not going to be doing the whole dirt thing going up like this. What we're going to do then is come over here. We're going to make ladders. Oh, how many should we make? Let's find out. Let's do that. Let's make some sticks, and then let's make some ladders. I don't need my stone for right now. So we'll make the ladders. And then the ladders are going to go right in front of where the holes are for the next level. So here and here, here and here. So this way, when we come up, you can just go right up, and then if you want to go into the hole, you can go into the hole. Now, since I don't have blocks here, I'm going to do that. And we'll do that. And then, of course, you can walk all the way around the edge and everything like that. Now, notice as you go up, over the slab, you go up a little bit, which is why you definitely need the headspace. And then, you're just going to continue doing this all the way up. Now, the question then becomes, wait a minute, but if you have the half slabs there, how are you going to get to the next floor above the 2? Well, let's set this up. We're going to put halves up there. You're going to go there. You're going to go there. Put a torch here, right? We have the ladders going here. This is where the hole is supposed to be. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's all right. No big deal. So this is where our next hole will be. Going this way. Okay. And then now we need to go up to the next level. So let's dig up a little bit here. Okay. So what you're going to do then is it's going to become a single ladder. We're going to dig here. And then you just hit your jump key to hit the ladder. You come up here. Right, and you walk over, get your jump key, and you're up. Okay. Now I know I don't have anything here, so actually that was the wrong block. So we're gonna make our walkway here. This is where our walls will be. Okay. And then of course we dig our hole. And look at that, we found some redstone. Isn't that great? And you just dig it out. And then, of course, you come down and down, down. And this is what you're going to look like. And it's going to progressively go all the way up until you hit level 16. And that's all the diamond level. And, use different type of stones. You make a nice floor, which I eventually will be working on, etc., etc. And then you just keep going up. So those are the 2 basic ways to create mine shafts for resource gathering, other than going out and exploring and doing the whole just find a cave, get what you got on the surface. All right, so that's pretty much it. This is where I'm going to put my mine shafts area. It's all going to be down here. As you can see, I already have it pretty well marked out. And I'm going to continue digging this out so I can get the slime farm video for you guys coming soon. Not right away, but it will be here shortly. But it's a good area to come and farm slimes. Just remember though, the slimes won't form next to you. You have to be at least 16 blocks away, minimum. So if you want slimes to form, a good place to to chill out is up here, where I have the smelter and stuff. And then just chill and wait and listen for the squishy sound of squish squish squish. That's them jumping around and stuff. All right. So I showed you basically the two methods of how to mine and what I'm going to do down here and create the mine shaft area. And in fact, I will put ladders here and here and there. So, that's pretty much about it. A nice, simple, easy episode. I just wanted to show you a good way to, or two good ways to get these resources taken up, because we're really starting to get into the area of where we're going to be using up a lot of these resources. Iron being specifically one of them, which I will show you an old school iron farm. There are a lot more bigger type designs made by other people and stuff like that you can use for yourself. Old school still works, believe it or not, and they're true and tested, especially with all the new changes in the mechanics coming from Mojang. So, all right, guys, that's it for this episode. We're getting there. We're starting. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for supporting. Y'all take care now. Bye.